And I just looked at him. I'm white as a sheet because I saw my reflection in the mirror next to me shaking George's hand. And all I could do was say to George, I know, when he said, I'm George. And it's a pleasant honor to meet you.
So I take it he liked the guitar you were going to show him.
Well, he was sitting there playing the guitar that Carl had received earlier that day, and he didn't want to let it go. And I said, George, I have another one here. I'd like you to take a look at it if you would. He did, and I handed it to him, and he started tinkering with it and playing with it. And Carl played the other guitar, and nobody in the room but me, George, and George's wife, Olivia, and here I am sitting on a chair in a hotel suite, and there is Carl and George. They're each holding guitars that I built, and they're both playing them, and they're telling each other, hey, remember this song? Hey, remember this song? And they're just diddling away. And I'm looking in the mirror at my reflection, saying to myself, can you believe this? This is not right.
Yeah. So how many guitars did you make for him?
I wound up making a total of 3 guitars for George Harrison, plus a mandolin. He asked me that evening, he says, do you make mandolins as well? Without hesitation, I said, yes, I do, but I never built one in my life. So he says, we have to go to this function, me and Carl and Olivia. Would you mind coming along? I go, sure. The function was the 20th anniversary of the opening of the first Hard Rock Cafe, which is in London. So there I am, I'm walking on this red carpet, flash bulbs are going off, and I was the only multi-nobody in the entourage. Everybody else was famous, you know, Sylvester Stallone, all kinds of people walking into this party. And so I am sitting at a table, just me and George, and he's explaining in detail how he'd like me to make this mandolin, and I made it, you know. And then I delivered it 3 months later in New York City at his hotel suite. And he invited me and Diane to see the Dylan tribute concert that you're probably all aware of at Madison Square Garden. And so he had us, we sat in a box in a section with Ravi Shankar's family members, and that was quite a memorable night. The night ended, we get back to the hotel, an hour or two later, our hotel room phone rings, and it was George. He wanted to make sure that we had a good time. What am I going to do, say no, it sucked? Of course, George, we had a great time. Thank you for calling, you know.
Right. Is he the only Beatle you made guitars for?
I made a guitar for Paul McCartney, a left-handed one. And then I wound up making guitars for Tom Petty, because Tom Petty's a big Beatle fan. I made him one. I made Mike Campbell 4 guitars also. And it just went on and on from there, and, you know, a lot of people that are Beatle fans, whether they're famous or not, fortunately, some of them got to look me up and hire me for them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're still making them today.
Still making them today.
For all kinds of
everybody.
Well-known guitar players.
Exactly. The guitar player of Bad Company, Howard Leese, who, as we know, plays in Vegas now at a show.
Yeah.
Rock Vault. I made him a bunch of guitars when he was with Heart, and then, of course, also with Bad Company, Paul Rogers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, while you're here and we're doing 8 minutes of the Beatles, we have a gentleman outside. His name is Daniel Park, and
cool.
He's going to come in and do 8 minutes right there on camera as we try to fill the last 3 spots for the show down there on August 20th. So we're going to take a real quick break, bring him in, and get him all set up. And everyone, we will be right back.
All right.
There's a half-empty beer on the TV set, a fellow victim of sad neglect. It's